Hello and welcome to Badminton Racket Review. We are reviewing a Kumpoo Power Control 520 badminton racket today. This racket is available via our racket sales website at www.badminton-racket-review.com and the price is £29. We will ship this racket worldwide. It comes strung with Yonex BG65 at £25 tension. In terms of the racket specs, maximum string tension on this is 24 pounds, 11 kilograms. It's a full carbon frame and shaft. All right. Qualified carbon graphite. It says carbon graphite on the actual here. It's made in China and it comes with a G5 grip. In terms of the specs, the racket weight is 82 plus or minus 2 grams. The Badminton Racket Review E-Zone shows this racket to weigh in at 85 grams. The balance point of this racket is 290 plus or minus 5 millimeters, and the Racket Review E-Zone shows this to be a very head heavy racket at nearly 332, so we're talking way over there somewhere down here. Just understand, balance points don't mean in the head, it's just where the balance is always from here to here, so it's just where, so we're talking way down here, balancing the racket in this direction. The flex of the racket is 8.7 plus or minus 0.3. I don't know what that means, but that feels fairly flexible to me. And the Racket E-Zone testing shows this to have a medium flex shaft. Right, in terms of design, well, for £29 actually it's quite nicely designed. It's basic though, and there's not a lot for me to say. It's bright, it's got good print quality, everything about it seems perfectly good in terms of quality, nothing to complain about. Nothing I would look at and think, oh my god, what's going on there. It's actually quite a nicely presented racket overall. But take a look at these close-up images and see what you think for yourself. Okay, specifications are done. Let's go to the E-Zone. Okay, so before we start our E-Zone testing, what do you need to know about how we test our rackets? Well, first of all, we use the same shuttles, the Yonex AS30s on all tests. We re-string all of the rackets with Yonex BG65 at 25 pounds tension, and it's the same player taking all of the shots. Right, now you have some basic understanding of how we test. Let's move on to the smash test. The smash shot that you're seeing here, and for all of the rackets we've tested within Badminton Racket Reviews E-Zone, we take generally 6 shots. We take the 2 highest racket shuttle speeds and we average those to give us a overall speed. If those two readings are not within a certain percentage of each other, we then retake the entire test. This shot measures the shuttle speed coming off the racket head, and also if you go across to the E-Zone, you'll see a picture similar to the one you're looking at on the screen now, which accompanies every single racket within the E-Zone, so that's nearly 650 or more rackets, with this kind of smash JPEG showing you the racket head speed, the shuttle speed, the distance, and the approximate repulsion of the racket. Okay, now we're going to do an E-zone maneuver test. The maneuver shots was designed to tell us about the racket's acceleration abilities, its ability to shift from one direction to the other or shift quickly from nothing to full speed. It also tests the racket's aerodynamics. In this test, the player is sitting still with the racket, and once the shuttle is fired, we measure the shuttle speed to ensure we have consistency within the tests, so it's coming at the same speed all the time, or roughly the same speed as much as we can control anyway. And then the player reacts once the shuttle is fired to hit the shuttle, and we are measuring the head speed of the racket during that test. Okay, so they're done. Now it's E-zone control test time. The control test is a simplistic test. We've thought many times if there was any other better way of creating a test where we are focusing on the control of the racket and able to score it, and we so far haven't come up with anything better. So this control test is essentially a test where we have 14 shots taken. You're not seeing all the shots on the control video. We generally film half or less of the shots taken. The green bucket here scores maximum, the grey scores slightly less, and anything in the net or out scores nothing at all. So what do we think of this racket? Well, its key strengths are it offers reasonably good control. Like a lot of rackets in this price bracket, it's fairly unstable. You do feel there's kind of like a weird sensation when you're using it, and it doesn't have the absolute stability you would want from a racket on impact. Yeah, I mean, that's really it. There's not much more I can say. It doesn't do anything else awfully well. It's not hard to swing. It's fairly easy to swing. So I'm just checking over here other information we have on the racket. It's fairly easy to swing because it's lightweight. It can generate okay power, but at the end of the day, it doesn't travel through the air very efficiently, so you do notice that as you're trying to make impact with the shuttlecock. I would say its primary strength is control, and if you're the kind of player who doesn't use a lot of power, wants a racket that just does the job, and you like to play a lot around the net for some tight control drops and stuff like that, then this racket may work for you. And at £29, I'd say, yeah, it's okay for £29. There's not a lot better or worse than this that we've tried for £29. It's just average as a racket. The thing is, if you step up £10 more, you go into a whole new ball game. It's like going from an average standard car to something quite special. That £30 to £40 jump. It's a significant difference. So my recommendation would be step up in price and go for an Abraz or an Apex. Even an Astrox FB can come into the £40 mark. We sold out of all of ours, but you can still get them other places. But if you're a Kumpoo fan, you've used this racket, you like it, fine, I get it. Does it offer any great advantages on court? Not really. That's being blatantly honest. I can't think of. I'm trying to be as balanced as I can in what I'm saying, but that's just the truth as we've tested it and all our test results show. I hope you found that helpful. We will do a full review of this racket in terms of overhead ability, its driving ability, its ability to control the shuttlecock, its ability to defend smashes, and that's all on our E-Zone. If you're not an E-Zone member, there'll be a video at the end of this video explaining what, or at least showing you more about the E-Zone, or giving you a tour of the E-Zone. Other than that, thanks again for tuning in. Really appreciate your support. This kind of racket and racket range is difficult to talk elaborately on, for the obvious reason being it doesn't have any wide scope of skills or abilities that I can go on about. But please do press the like button, please press the share button, please continue to show your support. And if you've used this racket or you're using this racket, do leave a review on YouTube, on Instagram or Facebook, or if you're an E-Zone member, on the E-Zone page of this racket. Thanks again for tuning in. We'll see you on the next video.